Hello, and welcome to another Do Good and Be Kind story time. This is called The Power of Compassion. Sympathy looks in and says, "I'm sorry." Compassion goes in and says, "I'm with you." Sympathy looks in and says, "I would like to help." Compassion goes in and says, "I am here to help." Sympathy says, "I wish I could carry your burden." Compassion says, "Cast your burden on me." Sympathy often irritates with many words. Compassion helps and hears in quietness and understanding. Author unknown. There is a difference between sympathy and compassion that demonstrates the critical effect of compassion in another person's life. A young man named Mark was walking home from school one day when he noticed that a boy ahead of him had tripped and dropped all of the books he was carrying, along with 2 sweaters, a baseball bat, a glove, and a small tape recorder. Mark knelt and helped the boy pick up the scattered articles. Since they were going the same way, he helped the boy carry part of the burden. As they walked, he discovered the boy's name was Bill, that he loved video games, baseball, history, and that he was having lots of trouble with his other subjects. They arrived at Bill's home first, and Mark was invited in for a Coke, and they watched television together. That afternoon passed pleasantly, with a few laughs and some shared small talk, and then Mark went home. They continued to see each other around school. They had lunch together once in a while. Then both graduated from junior high. They ended up in the same high school, where they had brief contacts over the years. Finally, the long-awaited senior year came, and 3 weeks before graduation, Bill asked Mark if they could talk. Bill reminded Mark of the day years ago when they had first met. "Did you ever wonder why I was carrying so many things home that day?" asked Bill. "You see, I cleaned out my locker because I didn't want to leave a mess for anyone else. I had stored away some of my mother's sleeping pills, and I was going home to commit suicide." Bill told Mark that he realized that he didn't want to die after spending time together, talking and laughing. "I would have missed that time with you and many other good times in my life that followed. I'm trying to say, Mark, that you did a lot more when you picked up those books that day. You saved my life." Compassion is a character trait that is present in everyone. However, it is also a trait that sometimes gets forgotten. It is both innate and can be learned and enhanced. It is something you can develop with practice. It involves 2 things, intention and action. The intention is simply opening your heart to others, and action is what you do about it. We never know when we react or respond to someone, how it affects them. Mark's act of compassion saved a life, and we might do that without ever even knowing it. But there are ways we can show compassion to our family and/or for the people we meet every day. Here are a few real-world ways we can show compassion every day. Open the door for someone. I find this to be such a nice gesture. Motivate others. Words give life to ideas. Use your words to inspire others to participate in the promised future and the change they need. Practice acts of kindness. Not long after I had breast cancer surgery, I was at Walmart trying to lift a hefty package to put in my buggy. Suddenly, a person said, "Let me help you with that." After I checked out, I took the buggy out to my car and opened the trunk. Another person said, "Ma'am, let me lift that for you." I can't tell you how much that meant to me. Allocate time to bond with friends and family. Do more than text. Make a phone call or even visit. Words are so important. They can break you down or lift you up. Always share encouraging words. We never know when someone's life depends on it. Share a hug or a handshake. I know we're in the middle of the aftermath of COVID-19, but I also know the power of touch. Incorporate the phrase "thank you" into your daily routine. We can touch the heart of a perfect stranger by using the words "thank you, sir," or "thank you, ma'am." offer to help someone with their to-do list or any other thing that you see that they may need help with. Mark decided to open his heart to another person in need. He could have walked on past without giving a second thought. Oh, goodbye. But he didn't. Ugh, this is Henry's act of compassion. He decided to help, and in doing so, he saved a person's life. It was a small gesture and only took a few moments for all that to happen. But this is how compassion works. As Mother Teresa reminds us, we cannot always do great things on this earth. We can only do small things with great love. Imagine what would have happened if Mark had only shaken his head in sympathy and walked on. We never know what a difference we can make in someone's life when we show compassion.